The NBA draft is exactly 1 month away, Spurs fans, so I thought why not do one more mock draft now that we know exactly where our Spurs are picking. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. The San Antonio Spurs don't have one, not two, but three first-round draft picks, including a pick in the second round. And Spurs fans, I just want to say I think there is a good chance they could, in fact, draft 4 players. We've had a lot of success drafting late in the first round. Tony Parker, DeJounte Murray, also Manu Ginobili. And we've had a lot of misses. Lucas Samanic, okay, yes, but we've also had a lot of hits. And I could see the Spurs saying, you know what? We can't trade up into the top 3 with the picks we have, so let's go ping, 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 ping. Throw 4 darts at the dartboard and see if 1 or 2 of them stick. And I'm not totally against that. So it is what it is. Drop a comment down below while I'm doing this mock draft, and I'll be doing both rounds. Any picks that you really liked, any picks that you really hated. Are you sitting there thinking, no, TSR, why are you drafting him? You got it. No! TSR, not a guard. I'm just goofing around. Hit that thumbs up, support the channel, and subscribe for more Spurs content. Of note, I'll be using the ESPN draft board for this, Fanspo. Now it comes about a fun site to run this mock draft simulator. That being said, some of the players, when I ran it earlier just to give it a test again, I didn't think would be available. So hopefully this mock draft is somewhat realistic and we don't have any head scratching like Shaedon Sharpe number 1, AJ Griffin number 2, Jabari Smith number 3, Paul Banchero number 4, Jaden Ivey number 5, Keegan Murray number 6, Jalen Durant, Chet Holmgren number. Okay, so I don't agree whatsoever in regards to where some of those players went. That being said, it did take the top 8 players off the board, which I expected. Now, Johnny Davis is available. A lot of you guys would like Johnny Davis. What would the Spurs do? We need size. And I was hoping Keegan Murray would be there. I would have been fine with Jalen Durant being there. And this is the NBA draft. You're not going to get who you want. Then I think we need size. And I know we've talked about Benedict Mathurin. Am I saying his name right? He's so small for a small forward. I can see Lonnie Walker leaving. I could see Josh Richardson possibly getting traded, which means that's 2 shooting guards off the team and a guy with very high potential. I don't want to draft a guard. I really, really don't. But when I look at the players underneath, I just don't. I know Mark Williams is there. I feel like that'd be a bit of a reach. I do think the Spurs do the Spursy thing. And the Spursy thing would be the best player available. Who's a guard? Dang it. Drafting Johnny Davis. And it's probably going to happen. And I'll wish him well. I will certainly be rooting for him big time if he becomes a San Antonio Spur. Look, I don't care who the Spurs draft or when they draft him. I'm rooting for all our guys to succeed. I just don't want any sandwiches on this team. Now, I would like to get Jeremy Sohan to see his silent. He is still there. Could he drop to 20? No! But, Spurs fans, this could play out. You don't know. Mark Williams is still on the board. We don't know if Jakob Poeltl is going to be here next season. He could end up demanding a contract that the Spurs are just going to say, you know what, you want a little too much. Could they do a trade with him before he's gone? I don't know. I feel like that could possibly happen. I don't know a ton about Mark Williams, but he's the best player available and a guy that would expect to go around top 15, and he's sitting there with the 20th pick. I think I got to take him. I'm hoping at the 25th pick, maybe we can get EJ Liddell. That would probably be my... Yeah, probably I would like EJ at 25. Yeah, Mark Williams. I got to do it. This is not playing. I really thought in the first round that I was going to. I mean, I didn't think Keegan Murray was going to be there. I felt like Jalen Durant would be in there. And again, these top picks were all sorts of out of order. I don't feel like that's how the draft is going to go. Banchero, I butcher his name. Paulo. We'll just call him Paulo. Chet and Jabari are going to be top 3. I think that's almost a lock. Ivy and Murray's stock has been rising, and I do think they'll probably go somewhere 4 and 5, maybe 4 and 6 if something odd happens. But that being said, we have the pick up here, number 25, and after that, we have the 38th pick from the Lakers. Whoop-de-doo. We've drafted a shooting guard. We've drafted a center. Look where Patrick Baldwin Jr.'s dropped. Dang, he's dropped down to 30th on the board. He was much higher before that. This is a tough spot. Now this is why I don't really want the Spurs to have 3 first-round picks. I would love to see us trade 25 and 20 to get 14, 15, or 16. Unfortunately, I can't do trades on this thing. This is tough. Kendall Brown's a 6'8" small forward. Almost feels like he could play power forward, doesn't he? 6'8", 205. A little on the thin side, but Baylor freshman. I mean, previous drafts, I did draft Patrick Baldwin Jr., who's 6'9", and failed the NBA Combine miserably. Kendall Brown is right around the same height. We need size, though. I want to get size in this draft. I'm not going to get size. I think drafting a power forward like is Christian the next power forward on the board? No. David Roddy, 6'5"? What? I'm hoping maybe we can get Christian with our second round pick and he lands right at 38 just so we have another big on the team. Power forward's been such a blah for us. So I'm going to take the best non-center available since we're going to get a bit of a logjam there because we don't know what's going to happen with Jakob Poeltl. We also have to take a look at is Zach Collins going to be from the long ride? Who's our other center? Oh my gosh, his name, I'm blanking on his name. The guy from Australia. This is embarrassing. Oh my goodness. He's got a beard and like a weird haircut. And he's tall. I cannot remember his name. Isn't it like a J something? There's a Yakin Jacques. Jacques Lindale. Oh my, I could redo this video and cut all that out, but you know what? Feel free to make fun of me in the comments down below. I forgot who our third center is. I don't know if Jacques Lindale's going to come back. Apparently, I've already forgotten about him. That being said, I don't want another center. This is embarrassing. Oh my goodness. Some Spurs fan I am. I can't even name the players on our team anymore. The season's been over for, a month and some change, and I've already forgotten the whole darn roster of Spurs fans. I'm leaving that in. Hopefully, it made you laugh as TSR, the struggle was real sports. Couldn't remember the player's name. All right, 38th overall pick. Who's going off the board? Alrighty. So Christian Koloko is still there. And I'm leaning toward... Just got totally snaked there. Who did that? Sacramento Kings. Snaked him at 37 from me. And Jeremy Sohan, who would have loved at 20, snaked from, was that the Timberwolves? Well, you know what? This Nikola Jovic went 17th. I like getting Mark Williams at 20th. Dang it. Okay, well, back to the drum board, Spurs fans. Who do we got here? Who's the next power forward? Oh, my Lanta. Josh Mini Mo. Spurs going to do the best player available. Take another. Oh my gosh, be another guard. You know what? I don't know what the long-term plans are for Trey Jones. Dalen Terry? Is he 6'7" point guard? Okay. I think we take a point guard at the end. I'm going to cancel the auto pick, and whatever happens after this, don't care. So there you go. Let's take a look at a recap of who I drafted. With the 9th overall pick, we've taken Johnny Davis. And a lot of mock drafts do have us taking the 6'5" shooting guard out of Wisconsin. He was a sophomore. Apparently, he has a very, very high ceiling. And I'll do a video on him at some point. And a lot of players that are expected to probably be drafted by the Spurs. I really didn't want to take a guard. Jalen Duran was a player that I would take at 9, to be honest with you. He's available. Keegan Murray would be a player I'd like. He's not going to be available for the Spurs. And then, let's be honest, Jabari Smith, Paulo Banchero. and Chet Holmgren will be off the board. I'm not sure I want Chet Holmgren. He's not dropping to number 8, but you know what? Weird stuff is going to happen on June 23rd, Spurs fans. Weird stuff's going to hit the fan. We're going to be like, because it doesn't matter who we think's the best player. It doesn't matter who ESPN has ranked or any of these analysis or mock drafts that we're doing or putting comments down below. All that matters is the team, the GM, the coaches. Who are they looking at saying, this is our guy. We think his potential is way up here, even though other teams may have it down here, and he fits our roster. Joshua Primo is a perfect example. He was not expected to be drafted when he was drafted last year. The dude started some games at the age of 19, and the Spurs obviously saw something in him that said, you know what? We're taking you now. And there's a very good chance a lot of these players are not going to be drafted where we expected them. I think expect them to be. I do think the first 3 picks are going to be Chet, Paolo, and Jabari. But stranger things have happened. The NFL draft recently was just a mind boggler where players went. So we took Johnny Davis, shooting guard. Yeah. I mean, if Lonnie leaves, if Josh leaves, it gives us another guy that can hopefully score. I haven't watched any video on yet, but I've heard good things about him from you guys. At 20th, Mark Williams. He's been mocked at times to the Spurs at 9th overall, so landing him at 20, if that was to happen, I am very happy with that pick. And then at 25, we took Kendall Brown, a 6'8" small forward. Can he swing? Is he a player that could play at power forward? He's got the size. Maybe he'll grow a little bit. I don't know. I just kind of going best player when we get to this point. And then at the 38th pick overall, took the 6'7" point guard. So we got some size on the team, not a ton of size. There's also the big question mark, Spurs fans. Who are we getting free agency? DeAndre Ayton's been linked to us at times, which would totally change who we probably would not draft a center in the first round if that's the case. There's a lot of issues with him in Phoenix. I don't think he's going to want to stay there. Could he? Look at the situation in Phoenix with playing, and I probably should do another video on that maybe at some point. He's got an aging Chris Paul who still played very well times in the playoffs, but looked like he ran out of gas at the end. Leave Chris Paul, who is going to be a Hall of Famer, to go to DeJounte Murray, who's an up-and-coming star, first-time NBA All-Star, go to a young team. I know the Suns have a lot of young players, but one of their best players is very much on the wrong side of 35. Not forget the wrong side of 30, the wrong side of 35. And eventually he's going to hit a wall, and you're going to see a drastic decline sooner than later. And we may have already started to see it in the playoffs. It looks like I didn't watch a lot of it, may have gotten tired out at the end. I don't know what he's going to do. If they make a play for Ayton, that changes everything. And I think if they get DeAndre Ayton, they got to trade Jakob Poeltl. There's just no point in keeping both of them on the roster. Try to move him, maybe a draft pick. There's a lot of things that could happen. The Spurs can maybe move some picks, make trades. I've seen websites talking about trading Keldon Johnson and the 9th pick and another pick, or Devin Vassell and the 9th pick and another pick to move up in the draft in the top 3, since it has been talked about that the Rockets are willing to trade down. There are so many moving parts and things that can happen in the next month. I am very excited about it, and I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. What I do know is that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week here, it is, as always, Go Spurs Go!